So, what is the safest way to put your baby to sleep? That's the topic we will be discussing today. My name is Dr. Noha Polack. I am a pediatrician. I've been practicing pediatrics in Union City and in Bayonne, New Jersey since 1996. And I'm super excited to have Dr. Joanna Madre here with me today, who is our newest physician. Yay, Dr. Madre, tell us about yourself.
I'm Dr. Joanna Madre. So I'm so excited to be joining you guys. I was born and raised in New York. I did my medical school in New York as well. So I know the area. I'm a tri-stater. I did my medical training at Robert Wood Johnson in New Brunswick. So I came to Jersey and so happy to be with you guys. So just a little bit about myself. I grew up with tons of cousins. So my mom is one of 7, my dad is one of 8. So I've been surrounded by kids my whole life. I think they learned, so I only have one sibling, but I was always around kids. Some things about me, what got me into pediatrics, besides having the large family, in high school and college, I've always struggled as a teenager, just with emotions, with schoolwork, with handling life. And I felt like I didn't have that support. And I always wanted to kind of mentor, and it led me into this position, into medicine. So I kind of combined both of them. I did some mentoring, some TAing. In medical school, we led a tutoring program for some high school kids and just to introduce them into medicine. And also in college, I was always put down going into medicine, and I was told that I couldn't do it, but I just want to empower more young people to do it. And combined all my love of medicine. So here I am in peds. Also just some hobbies that I do. If I wasn't a pediatrician, I would be a pastry chef. So I do a lot of fondant work, and I learned how to make macaroons recently. So
I will gladly be your taster, FYI.
Yes, I have to bring some in, actually.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Dr. Madre, let's jump into this. Let's talk about how to keep babies safe when they're sleeping. I saw this something on Instagram the other day, and it was a little clip where they showed this baby was sleeping in the middle of a parent's bed with blankets around all over the baby, and then the grandfather comes in and picks up the baby, and the baby wakes up and is all happy. So the happy part is good, but I kind of cringed. I was like, oh my God, in the middle of a parent's bed, all this soft bedding around them. And I was like, no, let's talk about this safe infant sleep right away. So let's talk about what we advise parents and what the AAP advises parents to do to keep their babies safe.
Yes. So to keep our babies safe, as much as that picture looks good and happy, we want to prevent, that's all the things we don't want to do. So let's talk about what we do want to do. So the biggest thing we can do is our back to sleep campaign. So put your baby sleeping on their back, not on their side, not on their stomach. The reason we don't do it on their side is because they can roll over to their stomach. When they get on their stomach, they have risk of suffocating or aspirating at that age.
Exactly. Big thing to know. Back to sleep, not on the side or not on the tummy. My biggest thing to talk about is how firm the mattress should be. The mattress should be firm. The baby should be sleeping in either a crib, bassinet, or a playpen like a sleeper, but never on the parent's bed. In my opinion, it is not safe. There is a lot of other soft bedding around. Parents can roll over and suffocate the baby. Parents are exhausted. So I strongly recommend that you don't put the baby to sleep in the parent's bed. Also, I don't recommend that you put the baby in a bassinet once the baby's starting to roll over. So whether a baby rolls over at 2 months or 4 months or 5 months, the baby cannot be in a bassinet anymore and should be in a crib. Okay, what else should we tell them?
So when we're talking about big things, swaddling, we love swaddling babies, little baby burritos, right? Yes. But swaddling is okay, except when our baby is starting to roll over, because then when we're rolling over, we get tangled in all this blanket, and that's a hazard. So swaddling is okay, but not when they're rolling over.
Absolutely. And the other thing is never, ever swaddle a baby and put them on their side or on their tummy. If you want to swaddle your baby, go for it. Only in newborn age, maybe up to max 2 months of age. After that, please try not to swaddle them in a loose blanket. You can use those baby pajamas or baby sleepers to swaddle the baby. They're safer because they can come loose and they cannot suffocate your baby. And what else? Oh yes, the last thing I wanted to talk about is pacifier use. We do recommend that you use a pacifier if your baby has been trained to breastfeed well. So after 2 to 3 weeks of age, it's okay to use a pacifier. And that's supposed to help keep the baby safe as well during sleep. Now, if your baby doesn't want a pacifier, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal, but just wanted you to know that. Dr. Madre, what should we tell parents should be their no-nos? What should they not do to keep their baby safe?
So the first no-no we kind of touched on a little bit, but even if we're not swaddling, no loose blankets. The only thing you want is you want the firm mattress like we spoke about. We want a tight fitted sheet around that mattress and no other loose blankets, no other pillows, no loose blankets, because again, it poses a hazard and we can get tangled.
Absolutely. Also, I just want to state once and for all, we do not, either AAP or our practice, we do not recommend wedges for babies. We do not recommend any inclined infant sleepers. We do not recommend positioners to keep the baby's head round or whatever. Trust me, they're not safe. They haven't been proven to do anything, no matter what their ads say that you're reading. So we do not recommend anything at all in the crib with your baby. Anything else, Dr. Madre?
And just the one thing that we always think about, the bumpers in the bed. So we always want to protect, we're worried about our baby running into the sides, about crib safety, but it's actually been proven that that's also a suffocating hazard. If they tend to move, even if they're not rolling, they get a little agitated, we don't want them to suffocate on that. So no bumpers. And just going off of what we were talking about, the wedges, everything like that, just because they sell it in the stores doesn't mean it's always safe. So it's always good to check in on that and make sure, check in with your pediatricians, and we can always guide you if you have any questions.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what we're there for. And I just want to discuss smoking for one moment. Smoking is really terrible for children's health, including safe infant sleep. So please make sure they're not exposed to any secondhand smoke so that no one smokes around them, or thirdhand smoke, so that if you're a smoker or there's someone around the baby who's a smoker, they should not have any cigarette smell on their clothes or on their hair or hands. You must change and really be careful not to expose your child to nicotine or cigarette smoke. So that's our message today. We hope you keep your baby safe. We love to take care of your babies at Progressive Pediatrics. We're open 7 days a week in Union City and 5 days a week in Bayonne. Please share this video with anyone who you think would benefit from it. Share it with people around you who are either expecting, who have newborns or infants. Share it with grandparents. If they don't agree with what we're saying, let's discuss it. Let's all talk about that. And we'll be super happy to see you at the office. So call us at 201-319-9800, and we will be glad to discuss all things infant safety and otherwise for children. Dr. Madre, thank you so much for joining us. And the patients will be seeing you soon in the office.
Can't wait.
All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.